Hello there, my name is Victoria Connolly, but you can call me Vic for short. And today is August 8th, 2021. I'm going to have a blocker surgery, and I'm going to have a fertility surgery tomorrow, which is very cool. It's very fun. You know, my mom's going to ask me some questions because I'm too uninteresting to do this by myself, so...
Somebody may find this who is, just identified as transgender, early on, and is, curious about hormone replacement therapy or HRT or, what it's all about. So, do you want to, sort of say, so you mentioned that you're getting an implant tomorrow. Do you want to, what's that for? What's that all about?
Oh, yeah. So, what I'm getting tomorrow is a blocker implant, which will lower my testosterone levels, because you probably couldn't guess, because, I passed so well, but I was actually born male, which is kind of, not a good look for me. Honestly, I hate that for myself. But I'm transitioning into being less than male, which involves getting rid of the testosterone. In a month, I'll be able to start hormones, so I have to wait a month for that, which is so quirky and fun and very interesting and very cool. But for now, I gotta just wait. But tomorrow I'm gonna start, and I'm gonna not have testosterone, which is going to lower hair growth and lower other erections, I think, is the other main thing. Some nice, nifty, cool things make me feel less dysphoric, because I don't like those attributes of my physical body.
So, since you brought up dysphoria, it sounds like, some people who are transgender don't go down the path of doing HRT or any kind of medical interventions, but you've decided that is something that's the best path for you. So, do you want to explain what helped you decide that that's what you wanted to do, or any of the sort of thought process that got you to this point?
Yeah, so I was everyone experiences dysphoria differently, and everyone who's trans is different. And so, for me, I was I needed to transition, because for me, I don't like how my body looks. It's kind of crazy. I have this thing called gender dysphoria, and for me, my dysphoria is pretty much entirely physical, which is good in some ways, because I don't care about other things people care about, but I also still do care about a lot of things.
So how are you feeling about tomorrow? What kind of emotions are you having today, as you're getting ready for tomorrow?
I'm feeling it's tomorrow, and I can't go to sleep now because it's 1 p.m., 2 p.m. in the afternoon. So I can't just go to sleep now, which means I have to wait for hours to do it. But I'm really looking forward to it, which is really interesting. It is at 6.
We have to be there at 6, yeah.
We have to be there at 6, which means that we're gonna need to wake up at 4 or something, right?
We're planning to leave the house at 4:45.
Yeah, 4:45, which is early in the morning, so I'm probably gonna be pretty groggy, which is not fun.
But you can in some ways, if you've got that much anticipation, maybe having it first thing in the morning is a good thing.
Oh yeah, no, I'd rather be first thing in the morning than be at 2. But I am when thinking about all of my feelings, there's a part of me that's I don't want to wake up at 4 in the morning. Ew, gross. But yeah.
You can still get your 8 hours.
I can still get my 8 hours of sleep if I go to sleep earlier, but it will still it'll still mess with my sleep schedule, you know.
Yeah.
So not ideal, but also.
So besides like being, so it sounds like excited, looking forward to it. Or is there any part of you that's like nervous or anxious or anything about it, or not really? You're just like all like.
I feel like you're anxious whenever you get a surgery, right? But this is like a surgery that's like not super major, so I'm not very concerned. The only thing I would say I'm like nervous about is the fertility stuff, maybe, because like I would hate if they didn't like get it correctly, because I'm never gonna probably be able to have kids. It's very unlikely that I'll be able to have kids in the way that like you birth them, but like I still want to have children at some point, and it might be cool to have children that are biologically related to me. And so I hope that like this stuff works so that like if I go on estrogen and then my sperm like dies, which is what happens. It's quirky. They just destroy your sperm count. Wild stuff. The body's weird like that. It's like a prank that they pull on you. No, but like when it does that, I'll like be able to do it, and if like it would be like really bad if it was like, oh, it didn't work, and then like we can't reschedule before that happens, and now you like, I don't know. It's like worst case scenario. Probably won't happen, but that would be very disappointing. But it probably won't.
Yeah.
It seemed like it was like not that big of a deal of a surgery, or like that. Like it wasn't something that like you need to be concerned about from the way that they described it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So this is like step 1, and then the estrogen, the actual starting the hormones comes in a few weeks.
Yeah.
So in some ways, like staging it out, like gives your body a little bit of time to adjust to like not having the testosterone before it has to adjust again. Like, do you think it's going to be hard to? Like, do you think your body's going to like go through a lot of? So there's obviously like some of the physical things that you talked about, but do you think in terms of like emotionally or like moods or other things, like do you think it will be? Are there things that you're anticipating, or?
I'm not sure, because I don't think I've like looked into how like not being on hormones affects your body. I know that it's not like healthy to be on like a prolonged time, which is why it's only going to be like a month-ish.
Yeah. So you've more looked at like when you start taking the estrogen, what like you've been thinking about what how that change would be for you.
Yeah. Like, cause I'm guessing that I'll probably be like more emotional or something. Like I'll be like, oh my god.